Hello. I'm going to do a little drawing video. I'm going to draw a superhero-y character for our next comic. It's not a superhero comic, but there's going to be somehow in our narrative a superhero-y character is going to show up. So, and get me into trouble. There's me being all, because I'm getting in trouble. Right now I'm like drawing the shadows on us because it's going to be a very dark scene. Make a little, what is this? Uh-oh, did I put the, I put the colors on the pencil layer. What a foolish person. Okay, never mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, so let's see. This guy, he's shining a light in our face. Make a layer. Get my airbrush. Get a little zap of light here. A little bigger. We got a little bigger. Zap. Zap. Oh, is that too late? Maybe. Anyway, so that's not what we're here to do. Today we're going to do a thing where, go back to my pencil layer where I accidentally colored on and I shouldn't have. Gosh darn it. Is there anything on this layer? Nothing on that layer. Okay. And I got a pencil, a superhero-y character, and this is a superhero-y character from a popular superhero TV show, so you might recognize this character. I've got some reference photo on my laptop over there, so I can see how to draw the costume. Let's see, the character is going to be, it's a female superhero-y character, and she's going to be kind of floating, because she can float. She has that power. Let's say, make one of her legs kind of kick up a little bit. Now, while I'm doing this quickie little drawing video, if anybody has any questions, I would love to answer any questions about our comic, which I hope you follow on the Instagram. Please follow us and like our stuff and share things and whatnot, because that really helps us out. Helps us to do art. So please support art by supporting artists like me. So let's see. She's going to be flying and she's going to be zapping. She's going to be putting her arm down and shooting some electricity. So that might kind of help you figure out who this character is supposed to be. One arm's going to be shooting out electricity. The other one's going to be pointing down, shooting electricity down at the ground, because that's how she flies. So if you know who this character is, then you know already who it is, just from those little clues. And if you don't, then when you see the finished product, if I draw well enough, you'll hopefully be able to tell who this character is, or is supposed to be. But why? Why am I drawing this character? Because we recently saw a play on Broadway, starring the actor who portrays this character on TV. It was rather exciting. Had my arm get all funny like that. We're fans of the actor, and in this play, this person was not dressed as their TV superhero alter ego. But I feel like drawing her that way, so, that's what I'm going to do. Also, I should probably mention, doing a little business here, that if at any time you want to, you were inspired to tip us to support our comic, I believe you can buy badges while you're watching the video, and that, and you pay like whatever you want. You could like tip $1, you could tip $5, you could tip $10, or whatever you want, but you could do as little as $1, I think. And if you wanted to tip, but anyway, I had to mention that because we're here to do business. Okay, so this character, she's got like short hair on this side, kind of buzzed down, and long hair, longish hair on the other side. Okay, and it comes down, let's see, zoop, and it comes down. It's rather nice. This character's hair and costume, I thought was really good. Like, because I've been staring at this costume in anticipation of drawing it, and I gotta say, it's like very, very nice costume. TV superhero costumes can be very hit or miss, but I think the costumes on this particular superhero-y show are very well done. Let's see, I gotta bring her cheekbone down a little bit. Let's see, just grab the warp and just push that cheekbone down a little bit. Bring that down. Yeah. Let's see, she's got very sharp cheekbones. She's got, her eyes are a little intense, but I think a little sad. And also she's kind of like, she's kind of cursing here. She's like, she wants to know why she's suddenly been transformed into a superhero, because in the play she is most definitely not a superhero. The play, by the way, it was very good. It was called The Best We Could, and I think it closed recently, which is a shame because I would recommend everyone see it. Hopefully it'll like travel somewhere or something, because it was really good. It was a very good play. Okay, so let's see. She's kind of like looking down. And let's see, her nose, she's got a nice strong nose. And of course, no mouth, but she's unhappy, so I'm making little frown lines on the bottom there. And I don't know how good a job I've done of her face. I'm sure Lisa will be like, that don't look like her. She could be mean sometimes. Where's my pencil? Okay, but I don't know. It's good enough because it's going to be pretty small, her face. And you're going to be able to tell who it is from the costume. And I kind of want to concentrate on the costume right now. I got something in the oven. I got to keep this short so I can run downstairs and check my roasting sweet potatoes. Don't want those to burn. Kind of put them up away from the heat. But okay, so let's see. This character has like a little eagle right there on the cleavages. And I'm like looking at the photo up there. This comes up like that. And this comes up like that. Okay. And the boobs come down and around to there. Okay. You know, I do complain about a lot of modern costumes, how they're very, they gotta have like all the textures on them. They gotta have like so much texture. So many different textures. I just find it a little busy. I know they need to seem like less cartoony and more quote unquote realistic, but I don't know. So let's see. This character has these big, what do you call them, epaulets on the shoulders. Whoops. Okay. With little ridges on top. Let's see, like 2 little ridges and 2 little ridges, like that. Okay, so these big shoulder things. And a collar, a high collar, which again, I think like looks really cool. I like a high collar. I think that looks nice. Like the Star Trek The Next Generation uniforms. I didn't like how they had no collar in the first season, and then they got the high collar later on. I liked that. That was my favorite look. The kind of one-piece suit, but with the high collar. All right, let's see. The sleeves have like a thing. Let's see, I want to bring this out a little bit. That's what I love about digital drawing. So you could really just mush things around. Okay, so the sleeves kind of come out like that, and then she has a metal armband on each sleeve that has on each one an American flag. Let's see, right. We're not going to draw all the 13 stripes because it's tiny. There's no room for that. Whoops. Keep switching to the eraser. Very annoying. Okay. American flag on this side. One of the flags is backwards. Scandal. Okay, let's see. So the torso. Okay, how does the torso go? There's a little line that comes down from the center of the boobs, and there's an arc here to accentuate the, what do you call the abs area. There's these, triangular things that come down. Oh my. And then, sorry, I gotta unlock my laptop. There we go. She's got, let's see, is that right? It's not quite right. But you know what? I'm going to simplify it a little bit because it's kind of right, but it's, the actual costume's a little more complicated. But again, this is like very tiny, and it's, it's a parody. It's a joke, so I don't have to get the costume exactly right. So I'm going to simplify it a teensy bit. But she's got this belt, which it's a metal belt with a little eagle, kind of metal eagle. And again, I'm not going to get too crazy with the details, but I'll just kind of do a simplified version of what the metal belt looks like. And she's got her hands on her hips in the picture I'm looking at, so I can't see this area right on the sides here. But I think these things, I see, well, I'm going to do it like this. These things come down again. It's not exact, but, to This is like a quickie joke in one of the panels where suddenly she's dressed in her costume. Actually, the picture I'm looking at does not have her boots. Need to see her boots. Okay. Let's see. So she's got like these knee pads that kind of come in from the side. And again, I'm going to simplify it. And then more piping, because superhero costumes are, they're like 60% texture and 20% piping, some other percent padding. Okay, and more kind of texture, padding, and I can't quite see what the boots are like, but it doesn't matter. It's enough detail. Let's see, I'm looking at another picture. Yeah, boots are a little complicated. I'm going to simplify them. Yeah, that's enough. That's close enough. Okay, and just double check the arms. Because I haven't quite got the details on the arms right. Let's see, she's got these big... This is something that kind of always bothered me on some superhero costumes, how they have like these big stiff parts. It's got like these big weird, I don't even know what it's made out of. I guess like plastic or something, kind of ridges these things on her forearms that are like these shiny red. And, my issue with them is that I kind of think if you were in a fight with these really hard things on you, that would hurt. To get punched on something like really hard, it would like cut into you, I would think. I'm going to wave to people who just came in. Again, if anybody has any questions about drawing on the iPad, drawing in Procreate, our comic, please feel free to comment. Let's see. The only thing I'm not crazy about, kind of wish her hair was a little bigger in comparison to her face. So let's just grab the hair and just see. I'm just going to make it a little longer and bigger. Kind of warp it. Yeah, just a touch bigger. Yeah. And something I always like to do, makes characters look like a little cuter, is, I like to, for one thing, let's center the nose and maybe shrink it a teensy bit, just a teensy bit, just a little bit, center it. And let's bring the eyes and the nose and the cheekbone. Let's bring it all down a bit. Just bring it down a teeny bit. Just a little lower. Just a scooch lower. Okay. All right. It's good enough. Let me just raise her up a bit so you can see that she's floating in the air, and she's going to be shooting the lightning, shooting lightning bolts. That's how she flies. Okay. Cool. Pew, 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 pew. All right. She's like floating above the stage, so that's the stage. Okay. And the other character, let's get that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's not really floating very high, is she? But I don't want to shrink her anymore. She's small enough as it is. Okay, the other character is, and again, this other character is going to be here because This is a character from another TV show. And this is a TV show that kind of wrapped up a few years ago, so it's not a show that's currently hot right now. But it was a very good show. We watched the whole thing. We liked it very much. This character, she's attacking this character only because in the play that we saw, let's tilt the character's head a little bit. In the play that we saw, the actor who plays this TV character was in the same play. And this character was known for doing yoga. As a matter of fact, it's part of the character's name in the TV show that I'm going to draw her wearing the costume of. Let me look at my other reference so I can see this other character. Okay. And she is wearing, her costume is a prison uniform. Let me look up the uniform. Okay. Yeah, so she's wearing a prison uniform. Could be an orange uniform, although the orange was really for the new inmates, not for the ones who had been there for a long time. And this character is going to be in a yoga pose. So kind of cross-legged in the lotus position, which, without looking at a model of it, is not that easy to draw, but see, I've got one leg. I gotta zoom out a little bit. You guys can't see what I'm drawing. One leg up, another leg. Again, I got stuff in the oven. I can't spend too much time on this, so I'm gonna keep it simple. Hands out, kind of doing meditative. Let's see, I gotta do the upside down. This is very sloppy work. Okay, let's see. She's got long sleeves. It's not a glamorous costume. She's got long white sleeves. Okay, arms don't match at all. Come on now. I'm like rushing around a little too much, but okay, get that one kind of matching the other one. Yeah, doing a terrible job on her. Okay, let's see. And her hair, let me look at her hair on my reference. The character's hair kind of changed on the show. But I'm just going to pull it back in kind of a ponytail. Okay, she's got kind of big ears. Whoops, that's a little too big. Like my phone is kind of like blocking my view. Okay, excuses. She's got kind of a pointy chin, a very thin face. So I'm going to sink in the cheekbones a little bit there. Put the eyebrows up because she's like also kind of like, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Kind of big, kind of tired eyes, and she's like looking up at the other one like, I don't know what's going on here either. And she also has a big, strong nose, rather pointy nose. Both women, and in the play, she plays the other woman's daughter. So it makes sense that they have some resemblance, like their noses. So let's see, she's wearing a ponytail, but her hair is not very long, so Let's keep it short there. Okay. All right. I don't think I did a very good job with her legs there. Maybe you could kind of see her butt underneath because she's kind of floating. And the other one, her electric power is kind of zapping. Zapping her with her electric bolts. Okay. And she has an aura of protection around herself with her yoga powers. Okay. That's good enough. Let's just ink in our superhero lady, and then let's call it a day, because I could smell my sweet potatoes cooking. They probably need to be turned over. Lisa's too busy working to check them. So let's hurry up and just draw this superhero character. Ink her up. Okay. Let's ink her up quick. Whoops, that's a little thick. Let's make it line a little thinner. Let's ink this up real quick. Okay. I don't know why I'm starting with her arm. Maybe because I don't want to commit to working on the face, because I know I could have done a better job with the face. But you know what? When you're doing a diary comic, you gotta learn when to say it's good enough. Not always, sometimes, you gotta spend a little time. Like, I did spend a little extra time, working on this scene where the seats in the theater when we first arrive in the first panel, because this is a panel that we could reuse a lot, so I wanted it to look nice. And I've penciled in us sitting, getting into our seats, and I penciled in some other people. I got to ink them in later. But, you want to spend some time on some things, and other things you kind of have to be it's good enough. Let's move on. And that's what I'm doing as far as this character's face. I'd like to do better. She's an actor that we really like. I'm going to just tell you. The actor's name is Aya Cash. I hope you're familiar. Aya Cash. She's been in a few things recently. She was on the show. The reason that when we first became fans of hers, was on the show You're the Worst, which I highly recommend. It's a show about two very dysfunctional people who fall in love, but they kind of don't believe that they're worthy of having a normal love relationship with someone. So they kind of resist being normal, having a normal love story. But then, they kind of give into it, but then they are both dysfunctional, so, they have setbacks, and it's a really good show. It's very funny. It starts out just very funny, but it gets really good eventually. So, highly recommend it. My drawing of her isn't terrible, but it could be prettier. But again, I got sweet potatoes. I'm on the second floor, and I could smell them downstairs. If I burn them, boy, it's gonna be not good. So let's arch her eyebrows a little bit more. She has some good strong eyebrows. Let's arch them a little more, make her more mad. not going to color her right now, but and in case you haven't guessed already who the character, who she is from the superhero show that she's dressed up as, she is supposed to be Stormfront from the Amazon Prime show The Boys, which I would also recommend. It's a very good show, not just from a superhero perspective. If you're not into that, they're just like also, it's about like corporate control over our lives. It's a good show. So usually I get some nice comments and questions and things. I ain't saying I'm disappointed, but gets lonely sitting here drawing. It's like kind of nice to answer questions once in a while. If anybody wants to ask anything, if anybody out there is also does the cartoon art, let me know. Reach out, make a connection. All right, let's do her hips, her waist. That's her waist. Learn your anatomy, John. Shashoop. Again, this little arc here over her abs. Let's get her metal belt with her eagle-y crest here. Not to be confused with Eagle-y from Peacemaker. Anybody watch that show? Because that is also a highly recommended superhero show. Even if you're not into superheroes, it's very funny. It's not for kids. Don't watch it around the kids. So you see, I'm trying to make things a little nicer, even things out, give things a little more dimension, a little more, what's the word? Contour. Get that knee in there. Oh, I think it's raining. I think I hear rain hitting the window. It was a very nice day today, but I had to run out and hand deliver a one of our shirts to someone in the neighborhood. We had an art show, which was very nice, and we met some nice people in the neighborhood, nice artists, and one of them purchased a shirt, which was super nice of him, and he was in the neighborhood, so I brought it over there. So that was really nice. Okay. Draw that seam. Yeah, she's looking good. Okay, little seam right there. She's looking good. Okay, let's just finish up our arm. Let's just go check on those sweet potatoes. Oh, okay, she just texted me. I think sweet potatoes are burning. I'm in trouble. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go check on those sweet potatoes. But we almost got all the way through her. Looking pretty good. having fun drawing a superhero character for a change. I don't get to do that as much as I'd like. Alrighty, so superhero Stormfront fighting Yoga Jones from Orange is the New Black. Tune into the comic later when I finish the actual whole comic to see why they're fighting each other and what's going on and what's going to happen to poor Lisa and John after they get in trouble over here. All right, thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you guys later.